of good time Latin fun. I know it's going to be nuts. Don't be upset. Life will go on. We will be fine. But I do want to kind of emphasize that we are on what is known as the home stretch. Like, can't even begin to tell you how excited I am. Not in leaving you guys, but that you guys have come so far. I feel so fabulous. Anyway, all right, so today what we're going to talk about is a little bit more about chapter 11. Okay, now if you'll notice right here, we've got chapter 11, part 1 and part 2 vocabulary here. It's all for you. Please feel free to write it down. You should have already written it down in your journals. We've already had a discussion about that. So make sure that you've got that done. I went on to this really cool website called Quizstar. Found this really cool thing. Please feel free, as students, you guys can sign in. It's a free sign up. And then just search this right here. Search Dignon's Latin class. And it'll come you, it'll sign you in. Make sure you have your parents' permission first. Parents' permission. Ask them. Do what I say. And then you'll just search through to find my class, and then you can take these really cool quizzes. I mean, they're quizzes. I know they're not necessarily cool, but they're still fun nonetheless because I made them. So I made this really just small, simple quiz just to kind of talk to you guys a little bit about sentence structure for chapter 11 when we're talking about these objects and how nouns are, their endings change, okay? We talked about how adjectives change. Adjectives have to match the noun that they describe. We talked about this already. If it is an equus, which is a horse, equus sordidus est, it is a dirty horse. Probably because it was a white horse that fell in mud. Just kidding. Anyway, so equus is a masculine word, has to have a masculine adjective. Has to work that way. If it is a villa sordida est, a dirty house. I don't know why I'm using sordida, but villa is a feminine word. Sordida must be a feminine word. You have to do that. It has to match, okay? In the same case here, when we're talking about objects that are masculine, when they become an object in a sentence, grammatically speaking, they also must keep their U if they're masculine, keep their A if they're feminine, but they add an M to the end of the phrase, an M. And we'll go through that again, but just to kind of refresh your memory, that's how that works. Okay, I'm going to try not to say 1,000 times like I did in the previous one. Nobody giggle at this point. So, Quizstar, this is it, quizstar.forteachers.org. You log in as a student. I'm logged in as a student right now so that I can take the quiz, and then you just pick the quiz that you want to take. So here's my one untaken quiz. Let's see if I get the spinning wheel of death. No, I did not. All right, here we go. We're going to take the quiz. You're about to begin taking a quiz. To proceed, click the Start Quiz button. If you're not ready to begin the quiz, simply click Cancel. You'll be taken back to the previous page. You guys know how this works. You guys are techie. You're good. So we're going to go ahead and start the quiz. Don't freak out about this, okay? Because this is not a quiz that I'm going to grade or anything like that. It's just something to give you some practice. Here we go. Start quiz. Identify the correct grammatical forms in each phrase. Okay, there's 13 questions. They're 1 point each. Don't worry about the points. I don't care about the points. All right, here we go. Start quiz. Barates coronam in sepulchrum ponit. Okay. In this phrase, we're talking about barates. This is from the part 2 of chapter 11. What you want to do is right here. It says identify the objects. Identify the objects in this phrase. So, barates coronam in sepulchrum ponit. What are our objects? How do we identify the objects in the phrase? The objects are identified by the M. Okay, here you have coronam, a feminine object, not meaning that it's a girly object, just meaning it's a feminine word. And then sepulchrum being a masculine, but it's the opposite. It is the object here. Okay, barates is our subject, These are our objects, and this is our verb, okay? And if you want to get super duper technical, here we go. That's our preposition. Just letting you know. I bet it's the hardest one that you can have a hard time remembering. Maybe? No. All right, so the answer is, not only is it coronam, but it also is sepulchrum. So the answer is both A and C, okay? Next page. Lepidina annulum portat. What is the verb in this sentence? How do we identify the verb in this sentence? A, two ways to identify the verb. First, it ends in a T, right? Because we're talking about Lepidina, so that's a she, right? And B, it comes at the end of the phrase, and that's where our verb comes in, okay? So it is portat. Lepidina annulum portat. She is carrying the ring, okay? And if you'll note, we know that annulus is the word for ring in Latin, annulus, but because it's the object in the sentence, it becomes annulum. Simple, okay? Barates tristissimus est, quod regina mortua est. Okay? We want to identify the object in the phrase. Let's identify the object in here. How do we identify the object? We identify the object by the letter M at the end, right? Do you see anything in this sentence? Anything at all right here that would identify an object? The answer is no. The answer is no. Okay, look. Barates tristissimus est. This is a phrase all in and of itself. Barates is very sad. Quod. Quod is because. We remember that. That's one of our conjunctions. And then regina mortua est. She is passed away. She's dead. Okay. There's no object. No object. Woo! There's fireworks going off. I know. You're so excited. There's none. Okay, so that's the big thing. All right, moving on. Pandora familiam curat. Let's identify the object in this one. This one should be fairly simple. We just went over it 2 seconds ago. How do we identify the object? We identify the object by the letter M at the end. Familiam. Question for you. Is familiam masculine or feminine? Which one is it? You pick. Masculine or feminine? The answer is feminine. Yes, feminine. Familia, right there, tells me that it's feminine. Okay, so the answer is familiam. Next page. Candidus epistulam accipit. Okay, so candidus epistulam accipit. Apparently, my mouth is not working. Candidus epistulam accipit. Identify the object in this one. Again, we're looking for those words that end in M. Those are our objects. Okay, it's the object of Candidus's affection. Not necessarily his affection, but you know what I mean. Candidus is accepting. He is receiving an object. If he's receiving that object, that's the object of the sentence. Okay, and that would be epistulam. He is receiving the letter. And remember, question, where do we get the word, what can we pull from the word epistula? Epistula, you guys should know this. That would be a question. That will be a question that I am sending you the question vibes right now, sending them to you. All right. I probably have another glitch in my computer, most likely. Anyway, all right, we're going to take a break for a second until my computer decides to work. Do you see this right here? This is also a spinning wheel of death. This thing hates me. I don't know why. I'm just kidding. It's just a little connection thing. All right, here you go. Number 6, Lepidina candidum curat. All right, what's the subject in this sentence? What's the subject? We're supposed to be identifying the subject. What is the subject? Okay, according to our steps that we have to take, we have subject, object, verb. Sov, S-O-V. Subject, object, verb. Here we go. Subject, object, verb. There it is. Done and done. Lepidina is our subject. She's the one that's doing the action, so that would make sense that she is the subject. All right. Corinthus equum et plaustrum parat. Where's the verb? Well, according to our, the way that we set up the structure of the sentences, S-O-V, V comes at the end of the phrase. There it is, right there. Parat. Parat. Et is our conjunction, right here. Et is our conjunction. These two are our objects, and Corinthus is our subject. All right, here we go. Flavius lucernum portat. What is Flavius carrying? We know that portat is to carry. What is Flavius carrying? Is he carrying a potato? I think not. I have not taught you the word for potato. Just letting you know. Is he carrying a letter? No, because remember, Candidus is the one that accepts the letter. Is he carrying a lamp? Lamp with a lampshade? Or is he carrying a ring? He's carrying a lamp, okay? And remember, it's not a lamp with a lampshade, okay? It's not like one that you sit on your dining, your end table beside your couches and stuff. That's not what we're talking about. We're almost talking about like one of those genie in a bottle type lamps, okay? We're talking about the blue guy with Robin Williams' voice, in Aladdin rubbing the lamp. I'm just kidding. But anyway, yes, he is carrying a lamp. Here we go. Candidus vilam purgat. Candidus vilam purgat. Look at this. What does this word purgat mean? Do you guys remember that from way back in the day? Purgat is to clean, okay? So Candidus vilam purgat, he's cleaning the what? What is he cleaning? Okay? What is vilam in this phrase? In this phrase, if we look at it, first off, it ends in an M. There's your first indicator. It ends in an M. It is the object. Not to mention the fact that we've got our step-by-step process. Subject, object, verb. There it is. Done and done. How easy is that? All right. Flavius et lepidina lucernam et annulum in olam depunut. Whew. That's a big sentence. All right. What is the preposition in this phrase? What's the preposition in this phrase? Is it annulum et olam or in? It is in, okay? Flavius and Lepidina are our subjects. Lucernum et annulum in olam, all of three of those are our objects, and deponunt is our verb. Deponunt, they are placing or they are putting, Flavius and Lepidina put the lamp and the ring into the pot, okay? And when I'm talking about the pot, we're talking about an urn that they would have put her in. All right, sculptor titulum splendidum sculpit. What's the adjective in this phrase? There should be an adjective. You can see it. It's right there. Splendidum, splendidum. Now look at this. Sculptor titulum splendidum sculpit. The adjective is splendidum, but check it out. This is our object right here. Splendidum is modifying the word inscription. Okay, so splendid or beautiful or pretty, splendid right here, is modifying inscription. So if it is modifying, remember that that ending has to match that ending. Okay, has to happen. No questions asked. So whatever the adjective is modifying, they must match every time. Okay? Almost done. Barates coronam portat. He is carrying what? What is the object of the sentence? Subject, object, verb. The object is coronam. And then Julius Bibliam legit. Julius Bibliam legit. Let's check this out. Subject, object, verb. What is the object of this sentence? What is the object? The object is bibliam. It ends with an M, okay? And it is the object of Julius's reading affection, okay? So Julius is reading the Bible, okay? Julius is reading the Bible, as well he should be, okay? All right, here we go. Next page. There you go. We got everything done. Everything's all good. We're going to submit. And we made 100 because we're so smart. It's the truth. It's the truth. It's the truth. You are very smart. Okay, so I want you guys to check this out. If you guys have an opportunity to go on to QuizStar, I'm not going to make this as an assigned quiz thing, but it is great practice before your final exams and stuff like that. And I'm going to try and get a lot of the final exam quizzes on here, so that way it'll be easier for you to use. I hope this helped you guys out. We'll do some more activities like this when we get into class on Monday and throughout the week. Chapter 11 and Chapter 12 test is on the 20th of May. The 20th of May. We will start our big review on the 21st. Enjoy. Have a great day. Happy weekend. Happy week. All that good stuff. 2 weeks left. 2 weeks left. Okay. Have a good one.